Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. In the last episode, we defeated the boss of the Earth Temple, Jalhala, and restored a good portion of the Master Sword's power. Our next quest takes us to the Wind Temple, but before we do that, we are taking care of a few side quests on the Great Sea, particularly in the southeastern corner. And here's our next uncharted island. And here's a fish man. Let's see what he has to say about it. Oop. Hoy, small fry. Boating course. Let me ask you something, Fry. Have you been using R to make your boat jump? Well, have you? Of course, going out to sea just to jump around. Excuse me. Okay. Of course, going out to sea just to jump around would be real dumb if you ask me. Anyway, what you can do is tilt left and right to move your tiller just as you land. That's how you make a sharp turn. If you didn't know that, why don't you try it out? Yeah, that was the creamy portobello pasta I cooked for dinner coming back to haunt me. Now, the boating course actually has, and it's handy that he teaches you that now, this sharp turn thing, like that. Tilt just as you land and you'll turn quickly. But I am actually not going to do that quite yet. Namely because I am totally full on rupees. So I am just going to go get this last island down in this corner. Oh, here comes the doggy again, and she's very excited. Hello, Missy. Hello, Mischief. Okay, let's see here. Well, first things first, there's a platform, and the doggy is licking my hand. Dog is licking my hand. This'll be interesting. Mischief, Oh boy. See, are those cannon ships over there? I can't really tell. But in any case, something is firing at us, which is the cue to bring out the bombs. So if I go over this way, what is that? Oh, looks like, yep, it is another submarine. And this one I know I haven't been to yet. Surrounded by Bokoblin watch platforms. So yeah, this is about the farthest southeast you can go. And in the classic invisible wall style of these semi-open world games, basically you get far enough in the ocean, the King of Red Lions and will say, you know, there's no point in going this way, we must turn around. Yes, this is the farthest corner. Talk about the, you know, the old expression, the far corners of the earth. Red rupee, wasted. Pleasant surprise, my foot. Okay, that's 3 of them. I'm tangling with these guys just for the joy pendants. which I promise, again, are going to come in extremely handy sooner rather than later. But now there's this submarine here. Ooh, and this one is spooky and dark, and there's bokoblins with torches, and I hear keys. Yep. And water jugs, for some reason, are all around. Why am I not bothering to get the joy pendants off these guys? I really should. Okay, so as you saw, you don't have to defeat all the keys, just all the bokoblins. Oops. And entering this room causes a torch to light up, which causes a chest to appear. And based on the way this chest looks, you can bet it's a piece of heart, which it is. More keys. I hear him. Just let me get up the ladder, buddy. You want to live? I'll leave you alive. I don't care. That sounded harsh. Okay, but yeah, let's get back to that platform over there if I can. Another thing, since again this version does not have the sail that allows you to move in any direction, something I've discovered is if you sort of sail in the snaking sort of S pattern against the wind, it will speed things up a little bit. Now we are back at this platform. Oops. There we go. Whoa! What is that, you might ask? It seems to be the silhouette of a ship. Not a silhouette, but something. What on earth is this? Well, looks like we're not going to find out. Because if you get too close, it disappears. Well, that bears remembering. That was certainly very creepy. I think I'm a little too close. Yep. Okay, there's a couple down. That sharp turn trick is actually really useful. I confess I had completely forgotten about it. I knew there was something somewhere. There was like a quick boating tip, but I had forgotten about that one. So, let's see, there should be one more cannon. There we go, and that makes a chest appear. That's gonna be rupees, isn't it? I know I'm gonna regret this, but I'd rather not sail all the way out here just for this again later. See, grappling hook, get the joy pendant. No, don't jump off. Don't jump off. Oh, it's a golden feather. No, that's actually good. That's useful. Awesome. Certain strangeness emanates from the quill of this beautifully shining golden feather. Winged girls are said to be infatuated with these treasures. Okay. There's some rupees, but just 5 doesn't really matter. Okay. So, we took care of that platform. Like I said, these things are worth your time. To varying degrees, but they're worth your time. So now I'm somewhere in the corner square, and I want to find... No, that's not the way I want to go. Okay, that's it over there. The last island, or in this case looks like islands. Oh, I see a treasure chart spot. Again, hoping it's not big rupees. First things first, let's take out these cannon ships. No, shut up. Shut up, you face. That's a song I had forgotten all about that I recently rediscovered. Shut up, you face by Joe Dolce. Among the goofiest things you'll ever see. Okay, cannon boat's down. Lots of cargo oaks. Let's see what Fishman has to say. Don't know if you could hear that. That one was the dog. That was not me. 5-Star Isles. Have you seen it, Small Fry? The ghost ship? I think we just did. Because it's real. It's even been seen here in these very waters. On nights when the crescent moon faces down. That's when the horror rises. That's all the info I got to offer. Yes, indeed. So, whenever there is a crescent moon facing downward... That is... Oh boy. That is when the ghost ship appears. Now... let's see. We can't really use the grappling hook here because it'll just activate the salvage arm. So we're going to need the boomerang, and we're going to need it fast. Ooh, golden feather, golden feather, golden feather, golden feather, golden feather. Come on, come on. Gotcha. I'm getting dive bombed. This reminds me actually of a story my parents told me. Before I was born, they actually... Oh, they're going away. Before I was born, my parents had cats. We've been a dog family for a long time, since before I was born as well, but my parents had cats. And there was one cat, Sneakers, who was apparently just a really mean cat, and just not very friendly to humans or other cats or anything, really, or the dogs. And this cat would do its best to make everybody miserable. And it would go... the only time it got any... I just missed that feather. The only time it got any sort of retribution was Sneakers would go out on the dock, because my parents lived on a lake. And apparently there were these birds that lived in the area that just would wait for Sneakers and just start dive bombing him. And my mother said it was the only time she ever felt bad for Sneakers. Okay, yes, you can use a boomerang to get spoils that fall in the water. We already established that. That's something I should have been doing from the get-go. Let's see, is it going to drop a feather? Not that I can get. Okay. I think there is a reason to defeat all of these. I think? Or am I thinking of something else? No, I'm thinking of something else. Okay, but there is a treasure chart thing here. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. A little bit southeast of us. Please don't be rupees. Oh, no, stop. Ah! Overshot it just a little, I think. Yep. Okay, let's see what we got. Nope, it's another piece of heart. That is awesome. Okay, great. So, okay, we've gone far east. What are we going to do now? Well, I promise I'm not just going to, like, follow this path around here. I am not going to do that. But I am going to sail north for a little bit because I have something specific I am aiming for, and I might as well get what I can along the way. And so, we sail north. And since we've already seen Cliff Plateau Isles. There's a platform here, though. Let's take care of that. No cannons, okay. Just a bunch of... Whoa! Oh yeah, we know that sound. Whiz robes. Yep, that's bad. Okay, can they just let us get up to the platform, get enough of a vantage point, please? Whoa, just barely. Okay. Oh boy, we are totally surrounded. Okay, let's see, cut them down one by one. Okay, that takes care of those. An interesting thing is there's a lot of different colors of whiz robe. You know, these ones have white robes with blue hoods, and there are ones with blue robes that have red hoods or yellow hoods, and there's a few we haven't seen yet. You know, I'm just gonna use arrows. Boomerangs lock on, but arrows are tougher. Don't want to use up my magic, though. And obviously, yeah, you don't want to just stand around in the balls of fire they create as they hit the ground, because that will hurt you. L target, L target. What am I doing? L target. Come on. Even with arrows, it takes 2 hits to get rid of these guys. I think you can quick shot them. Like, if you're really fast. I'm not sure, though. Okay, what's this? Is this worth it? Because I just got hammered. A Boko Baba seed. One Boko Baba seed is what we did all that for. Yeah. Okay. I didn't remember that. That's mean. Remember what I said about platforms being worth your time? Results may vary. Results may vary. That reminds me actually of something my girlfriend showed me the other day. One of my favorite songs to listen to and to perform is 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. You know, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. That one. So I saw this, it was written on one of those, it's going around social media, it was written on one of those sandwich boards you find outside of restaurants and cafes with the day's specials on it. It said, I would walk 500 miles. Your individual mileage may vary. I would walk 500 more. Terms and conditions apply. Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles. Something like your individual results may vary. They were all like that, and it said 500 miles as sung by the Disclaimers. I wish I could remember it word for word, but you get the gist. I think it's really funny. Anyway, see what this fish man has to say about this place. Okay, this is Bird's Peak Rock. One of the islands I always forget about. Tell me, small fry, have you ever heard of the Golden Triumph Forks? They're there, on that island, or at least a chart leading to them is there. Where's it hidden, you ask? Well, for the answer to that, you'll have to ask a gull. And that's all the info I got to offer. Okay, so yes, that is something to do with these famous Triumph Forks. But we are not quite ready to do that yet, so just good to remember that that's there. Oh, there's a post box that's jumping around, though, so let's see what's in the mail, shall we? Good morning. Letters for Link, we have one letter. Here is your letter. This parcel has been sent cash on delivery. Of course it has. Postage due is 10 rupees. Okay, that's not bad. Yo, how you been, man? I gotta tell you, you really helped me out back there at the mail center. I appreciate it. I've been trying real hard ever since then, but my postman skills are still weak. I just can't seem to hit 22 letters. Doubt I'll ever be as good as you, man. So anyway, I've been hearing all kinds of crazy tales about you, and I figured I just had to write you a letter. Sounds like you're doing some pretty amazing stuff, man. You're great. You're awesome. You're the man, man. You can probably tell that I had no idea what to write, but hey, I figured the least I could do would be to send you a letter of encouragement. So, yay, man. Yay. Go, man. Go. Go. Never give up. Never lose hope. And while I don't make much, I'm sending you the wages I earned lately. Just doing my part. Hope it helps. Really sorry I had to send this COD, but I guess that's the price of fame. Take care. Thanks again, boss. From Beto. 20 rupees. Yep, so we made back the 10 rupees, and in theory would have made back 10 more, but we didn't, because I'm at the max. Anyway, let's keep sailing north. I promise I have an objective in mind. The doggy is licking my hand again. Mischief, I cannot play with you right now, okay? I will play with you as soon as this episode is done. But you've had plenty of playtime today. Okay, that there, right in front of us, is my current objective. Should be obvious from the shape of the island what it is. But, just find the fish man if I can. There he is. Okay, I'm worried because that cannon ship is going to be getting better and better aim on me while I'm moving fairly slowly towards the fish. Oi, small fry! Thorned Fairy Island. Yes, there's north, south, east, and west, and then there is this one. Tell me, small fry, do you have any of them golden feathers? I hear those things are all the rage with the Rito ladies on the Dragon Roost Island these days. They just go gaga over them. But the thing is, the only way to get a golden feather is to defeat one of those bird monsters. Or so they say. Yep, Rito men who have girlfriends sure have tough lots in life, I tell ya. It's hard to do that with a fake bad Brooklyn accent. That's all the info I got to offer. But yes, this is a fairy island. I want to hit the remaining fairy islands before progressing to the next temple. So we have here a few of these weird tentacle plants, or plant tentacles. I don't know which way you do that. But also a bunch of hammer switches. And so we hit the hammer switches. And that's good, and it opens up this shell. And we know the drill by now. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. You can now carry more arrows. Carry up to 60 with you wherever you go. Yes, this is finally the equivalent of the bomb bag upgrade. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. So yes, we will finally have more arrows. And I know where to go to get even more arrows. Ah, what? Come on. And it would be really nice if we could just warp to Mother and Child Isles, because it's very close. But remember, that puts us inside the cave. So I am going to have us warp to Great Fish Island. Doggy knocked something over. Okay. So, before we press onward, I am actually going to go over here to Great Fish Island real quick, because now that this whole island is no longer cursed, there is something we can do here. Let's see, there's a spire of some kind here. Is this where we start? I can't remember. I don't remember. I don't recall. Got no memories of anything at all. Okay, no, this is another withered Deku tree, so this is not... Well, actually, I think maybe this is where we are supposed to start this? I don't actually remember. But I think we can. So here's what I am going to do. Equip the Deku Leaf. Change the wind direction. And fly over towards the main body of the island. Am I too low? I might be coming in too low. Nope. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, there we go. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Aha! It's over there. Can I get there from here, or do I have to do it from over there? Let's see. I honestly don't remember. I hope this works. Yep. No, just a little too low. Okay. So I don't know if you can do it from there or not, but I am going to go back to here. And I will see you when I'm flying again. Can I get any magic from these flowers, or am I just going to be mercilessly killing them? No, mercilessly killing them, it seems. Okay. Yep, so it's just a straight shot that way. And again, this is where having sort of the top-down view when you're selecting the wind direction is really nice. Okay, we're gonna be okay on magic. Yep. Okay. It's just gonna be a matter of getting back to the King of Red Lions without... Oh! There's something over there. But first, there's something over here! We got another piece of heart! 3 so far. We're that much closer to getting another full heart container. Oops. Now, over here... This guy wasn't here before. This, veteran Legend of Zelda players will recognize in an instant, is a Goron wearing a really huge backpack and a hat that is too small for his head because his eye is clipping through it. Either that or it's a hole deliberately cut for the eye. I really don't know. That's interesting. I hadn't really thought of that before. But let's see what this guy has to say. I'm what you call a traveling merchant. Yes, I'm just a cheery fellow who bobs between waves in search of all manner of rare items, cracked and pristine, wild and woolly. I came from distant lands because I heard there was a treasure of great worth on this island, but I can't find a thing. I thought perhaps my fate would cross with that most mystic of rare items, the fabled shop guru statue, but it seems as though I'm off the mark yet again. By the by, for some reason, looking at that delivery bag of yours gives me the sneaking suspicion that it might have some rare treasure hidden in its depths. If you have anything even slightly out of the ordinary in there, would you mind trading it to me? Anything at all? This knapsack I'm lugging around is stuffed full of all sorts of wondrous things. Why don't you show me what you've got, and I'll show you what I'll trade for it. Yes, this is the start of the trading quest that Zunari set us on a long time ago. Now, as I mentioned, it's sort of like the classic red paperclip experiment. A lot of people do this in, elementary school or whatever. Is you start with, you're given a red paperclip, and the idea is you find someone who is willing to trade you something for the red paperclip. And hopefully it's something that to you is of a greater value than the red paperclip. So, you offer them a paperclip for a pencil. And then you take that pencil and you find someone else who's in need of a pencil. So you give them the pencil, they'll give you a candy bar. And then you find someone you can trade the candy bar to for, say, like a new pad of sticky notes or something like that. And the idea is you keep working this up and you see what is the most valuable item you can get is, and sort of everybody who did the experiment reconvenes. So what did you get? And I know people have ended up with gift cards to stores and stuff like that. I never really had any luck with it. I usually just ended up with a pencil. But if we offer this guy a town flower... Huh? That's a town flower, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this sea flower? Yes, we would, because it's a new item, most worthy than my fee will be. Well, I suppose 20 rupees will do. Thanks, that settles things. I'll give you your item as I promised. Hold out both hands. You got a sea flower. The scent of the sea wafts from the delicate petals of this flower from an exotic, far-off land. If you find a place to put it, etc., choose your delivery bag in the item screen. I think it said the same thing for the town flower. So, by trading your goods for my goods, we've formed a merchant's oath. As such, from now on I shall honor our merchant's oath by sending shipments of my product to the Windfall Island shop. How, you ask? Why, my good pal, the postman will take it there for me, so it will likely get there before you do. Just head back to Windfall Island and see for yourself. Thanks again. Yes, so Zunari will now be selling sea flowers. And the idea for us will be we now have to find another traveling merchant who will trade us something of greater value for a sea flower. It's also worth remembering that guy wanted a shop guru statue. So if we ever find one of those, we know where to find him. Anyway, we want to go northwest by 1 square. And the wind is already going northwest. How perfect. I really should check that first. Because 1 square to the northwest should be, if my notes are correct, and that silhouette is encouraging, should be, and indeed appears to be, the next fairy island. Alright, here we are. It is indeed a fairy island. There is a platform over there. I am actually not going to do that now just because my wallet's nearly full, and I know I'm going to be coming back in this general area before too long. But let's check with the fishman. Hoy, small fry! Western Fairy Island, as you might have guessed. Here, the bird people who live on Dragon Roost Island east of here have invented an incredibly useful device they call a grappling hook. No lie, Fry. I hear you can throw that thing at monsters and use it to grab treasure they've hidden in their pockets. Talk about cool. Oh, and have you seen those imp-like creatures called bokoblins that hang out on the lookout platforms at sea and stare through their telescopes? Yeah, those guys keep joy pendants hidden in their pockets. So if you get one of those grappling hooks, you can use it to swipe their pendants. Yep, that is something we've been doing, but if you didn't know, that is how you can find out. So here we are, New Fairy Island. And this one also has a hammer switch. Fortunately, just one this time. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. You can now carry more arrows, carry up to 99 with you wherever you go. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. So yes, we now have our fully upgraded quiver. We can carry 99 arrows, and that's awesome. So, our bombs are maxed out. Our arrows are maxed out. Our magic is upgraded. But isn't there something else? One other aspect of our adventuring that we can upgrade? And isn't there one fairy island we haven't found yet? Well, in fact, there is, and it happens to be northeast of here by 2 squares. So, we are going to go northeast 2 squares. And I will speed things up until we get there. Well, we're back and slowly coming into focus. In the distance is the now very familiar silhouette of a fairy island. And this is our last one. And I believe I saw the fishman leaping up and down. Yes, I did. Ooh, and there's also a treasure chart treasure there. Oh, small fry. Northern Fairy Island, as you might have guessed. The little shopmaster on Windfall Island apparently got his hands on a truly amazing treasure. He calls it magic armor or something like that. It's a pretty cool magical relic from what I've heard. If you want him to give it to you, try staring deep into his eyes and winning him over with flattery, Fry. And that's all the info I got to offer. Thanks. Okay, well now we know that he's got something very interesting. Zunari, that is. But how to get him to give it to us? We will have to see about that. But in the meantime, this fairy island is just wide open. Now, I am going to take brief advantage of something and take a pictograph of this little fairy. This is not the last opportunity you'll have to get a pictograph of a fairy. Anytime you see one, you can snap a pictograph of it and bring it to Karlov, and he will sculpt it. But I think here in the Fairy Fountains is the easiest opportunity you have, because it's just one, it's facing you, and it's basically staying still apart from moving up and down. So, personally, I would suggest taking advantage of this, because you know where it is and where it's going to be. So before you get the last fairy fountain, make your life easier, take a pictograph of the fairy. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. You can now carry more rupees. Now you can hold up to 5,000 rupees. This is awesome. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. So yes, we now have all of the fairy upgrades that we can get, and now that we can get 400% more rupees, I am no longer afraid to get treasure chart items. And just to finish up this episode, we saw a giant column of light, which means there is one somewhere around this island. Oh, there was one by Eastern. Oh, we didn't go to Eastern. There was the Thorned Fairy Island that just happened to be on the eastern side of the map. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is a little to our east. Am I still on it? Did I overshoot it? I think I overshot it just a tiny bit. I'm gonna back it up. So we will finish off this episode getting this here treasure. Let's see what we got. Silver rupee! Boy, is it a good thing I didn't wait to go see the fairy until after I got the treasure. Whew! Dodged a bullet there. Okay, so because I'm still having those memory card issues, one of my secondary files got corrupted. I am, of course, just going to go to the Forest Haven and drop... Oh, actually, you know what? There is that treasure chart spot near Forest Haven as well. So that is going to be the last thing we're going to do. I'm going to drop off the pictograph of the fairy with Carla. And then I am going to get that treasure chart. Treasure? And then we will at last call it an episode. And in the next episode, we will finally go to the Wind Temple, I promise. Okie dokie. First things first. Drop off the pictograph. Let's see, is he holding one for me already? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Pictograph has been dropped off with him. get back into the King of Red Lions. You can jump right into him. I haven't been able to show it yet. And we are on the northern part of the island, and if I recall correctly, yes, it is southeast of the primary island. So yeah, we just go around this way. Oh, come on, Beetle. Oh, wait, is this it? Yeah, it is. And I overshot it. We got another piece of heart and thus completed a 4th heart container, which is great. We now have 12 full hearts. And so with that, I wasn't sure if it showed. Never mind. With that, we are finally going to call this side quest filled episode here. We are now armed to the teeth, upgraded in many ways, and have a lot more money and a room for a lot more money. And so in the next episode, we will finally go to the Wind Temple and seek out the sage that is there. Although, if our adventure so far is any indication, this may be a little harder than it seems right now. So I will see you in the next episode.